Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to do $5 dinners. Now I have two so far and they're pasta dinners. So I think I'm just going to do two $5 pasta dinners and that's in Australia. So I am using limited number of ingredients. And I've also got a couple, so basic pantry items I'm not including. However, I've just done my calculations and I do come under. So realistically, if you use the portion, broke down the portion size amount, I'm sure it'd still be under $5. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to make for a $5 pasta dinner. So that should feed about a family of 4. So yeah, let's get into it. I'm going to show you what I have bought and how I'm going to make it. Okay, so here's the ingredients for the first pasta dinner. So this one is going to be a chorizo based tomato pasta sauce with penne. So what I'm doing, so I got a bag of penne, which was only 80 cents, and in our house we only ever use half a bag for one meal, so that should be enough pasta for one meal. However, I think I'd probably still come under, or I'd just be over if I used the whole bag of penne. But yeah, I'm just going to use half a bag for this pasta and half a bag for the next pasta, which is a chicken pasta. But yeah, only half a bag. So that means it's 40 cents for the penne, because this whole bag only cost 80 cents. I've got a tin of diced tomatoes, so it's just the home brand, and that was 60 cents. I've got a big 1 kilo bag of frozen veggies, and this is $1.59. So I'm only going to use half of it for this pasta dinner, and that makes it about 80 cents for half a bag. I've got 1 onion, which it's about 45 cents. I've got these beef stock cubes, and I'm just going to use 1, and there's 5 in here, so that's about 16 cents. And then I've got this chorizo. Now they have put on there that it was $6.10, but I went back to my invoice and I was only charged $2.28. So, and I did that through online shopping. So I'm not sure if it had something to do with that. But yeah, I've got some chorizo and it is $2.28. And this is where most of the flavor I'm hoping to get out of it. So chorizo has like a lot of flavors in it. So I'm going to chop that up nice and fine and try and get as much flavor out of it as I can. Now, the additional stuff that I'm going to use is just some seasoning. Well, so olive oil, salt, pepper, and then I'm also going to put Italian seasoning, which I have should be a pantry staple, and also garlic granules. So that's my 2 seasonings that I'm going to use to season this up. But yeah, that is all I'm going to use, and it cost me all up, it's going to be $4.69. So that's where I was saying that the additional seasonings would, like if you portioned them out, like I'm only going to use maybe a tablespoon of Italian seasoning and a teaspoon of garlic, so that'd probably come under around the $5. So let's get into it. So I'm going to put my penne on to cook, so half the bag on to cook. I'm going to chop up my onion. I'm going to finally try and chop up the chorizo as small as I can into little pieces. And yeah, let's get prepping. Okay, so here is my chorizo chopped up and my onion. I'm going to put in some oil and I'm just going to start frying this off to try and get some of the flavour out of the chorizo and to soften up the onion. Okay guys, so here's my chorizo and onion, all nice and brown and looking delicious. Got heaps of flavour in there from the chorizo. So now I am going to add my tomatoes. Just do a bit of that. I'm also going to, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the pasta water from the pasta to rinse that out, and that will also be for the beef stock cubes. So I've actually got two here, but I think I'll only need one, so I think I'll just use one. And then I've decided out of the kilo bag of veggies, I'm only going to use 250 grams, so that's what I've got in there, and I'll put the rest back in the freezer. So actually the veggies can go in, if I can do it one-handed. See, that's heaps there. There's the veggies. Okay, so now I'm going to get my pasta water and mix up my beef stock cubes, and then I'm going to start looking at seasoning. Okay, so I've just put a whole tin of whole tin of water in here with the beef stock cube. Now it is very runny, so I'm going to bring this back up to the boil and start adding some seasoning, start tasting and seeing what the mixture needs. So I'm going to definitely add Italian seasoning and garlic granules. So let's start adding some seasoning and get this tasting delicious. Okay, so I just brought the sauce up to a boil. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put the pasta back in and see if that'll suck up some of the excess liquid, because I acquired a lot of liquid in here. Yeah, I have put in my Italian seasoning and the onion powder, and I think that works well. If you want, you could add some sugar to just sweeten it up a little bit. But yeah, I am going to add the pasta and just let that sit and hopefully soak up some of this yummy sauce. Okay guys, so here's the finished product. I've added the pasta and it sucked up some of that moisture. So yeah, that's it. I just added seasoning until I was happy with the flavour. And yeah, it looks beautiful. Not sure how the boys are going to go with the veggies in it, but you know what? It's very small. There's not that many in there. And it's still super tasty. So yeah, that is my first $5 pasta. Totally delicious. So it's a chorizo pasta. Yum yum. Okay guys, now we're going to do the second pasta dish that is under $5 for a family. So I'm going to show you what ingredients I've got, and then we'll start getting to cooking it. Okay, so the ingredients I've got, so it's a pasta, so I'm using the other half of the penne pasta. So that is going to be worth 40 cents. It's because the whole bag was worth 80. So I got 40 cents of pasta. I've got the chicken stock cube, which only works out to be about 16 cents. I think I actually worked that on 5 in a pack, but this actually has 7, so it's going to be even less than that. The main ingredient is going to be the chicken, so I have almost 400 grams of chicken. On the package it says it's $3.71, but it was actually only $3.32 that I was charged for this online. So that's just one chicken breast, and that's going to be enough for the whole family. And I also have the frozen veggies. I did work it out on half a packet, but I'm only using a quarter of a packet, so it's about 40 cents. So all up, I've worked out that my main ingredients are going to be about $4.28. However, that is not including my pantry staples, so I really should just include the stock cube as a pantry staple. But I'm going to add some seasoning, so I've just grabbed some Italian seasoning, got some garlic and herb, I've got some garlic powder, and then what I'm going to use to make this sauce kind of a creamy sauce is some flour. So I'm going to try and make a roux with, usually you'd use butter, but I think I'm going to try and use olive oil. I saw someone do that the other day, so I'm going to see if that's going to work for me. see how I go. Hopefully I don't stuff it up. But yeah, these are the main ingredients. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start cooking my pasta. I'm going to cut up my chicken into bite-sized, like little cubes. I'm going to cook that off. And then once that's done, I'm going to use the same pan to make up the roux, using olive oil and flour. Then I'm going to use the chicken stock, so I'm going to make up a chicken stock. So I think I only need maybe 1 or 2 of these stock cubes to make about half a litre of chicken stock, or 2 cups of chicken stock. And then use that, and then I'll put the chicken back in, and then hopefully we'll have some sauce, like we'll also add some seasoning in there as well. And that should be a nice creamy sauce, I'm hoping. So, let's see how we go. Let's get this going. Okay guys, not sure if you can hear me, but I've got my chicken on here. It's almost done. I think I'll take it off very soon. And I've got my water boiling to make up my 2 cups of beef stock. Chicken stock. So I'm going to take this off, and then I'm going to start trying to do my roux. So yeah, let's have a look and see if I can film that. Okay guys, so here we go. I've just put in about 2 tablespoons of oil, and I've just turned down the heat to low. What I'm going to do is grab 2 tablespoons of flour, so just plain flour. I'm going to try and do this one-handed. You have to be kind of quick because I'm guessing you don't want to let this burn. So I've got a whisk here, and you're just wanting to try and cook off the flour so it doesn't have that floury taste anymore. Now usually you'd use butter, but I have seen someone use olive oil, so I'm going to try and do that. This pan seems very dry, so not sure how this is going to work out. Let's just see how we're going to go. I might just add a little bit of my stock now, just to get a little bit of moisture in there. Sure, there's probably a lot of people sitting there going, oh my god, no! But you know what? You live and you learn. So, see how it's sucking up that moisture? So still trying to cook off that flour. It's kind of going gooey now, which looks gross. Get some more. I just put the whole lot in there. Okay, it's not looking so flash, hey? Let's just keep going, see how we go. Okay, I'm going to see how I go. No, we might have to start again. Okay guys, so I totally stuffed up that. We're going back to just using the plain old butter and flour method. So instead of olive oil, I don't know what I did wrong. It didn't look good. So I've got about 2 tablespoons of butter. I'm going to add, trying again, 2 tablespoons of flour. Okay, see how this goes. And I'm going to give this a stir in. Okay, already looking better. Now we just want to cook off the flour just so it takes away that that floury taste. Okay, this is looking better. Okay, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to give this a little bit, just to kind of brown up a little, cook off a little bit. Then I'm going to add my chicken stock slowly, so that we don't get any lumps. Okay, and then I'll come back and show you. Okay guys, check it out. I have my roux and my sauce. Yum! So it'd be like a chicken creamy chicken sauce, I guess, because it's got the chicken stock. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to season this up. So the key is just slowly add your stock, because it does want to try to separate, but then you just keep on going, keep mixing, and it'll come together. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add my chicken. Well, first actually I'm going to do is a bit of seasoning. So I'm going to add a bit of salt, pepper, some garlic and herb, some garlic, and then once I've got it seasoned up, I'm going to add probably half a cup or so of frozen veggies and my chicken, and then I'll add my pasta, and then it should be pretty much ready. So yeah, let's see how it turns out. Okay, it's looking better. It's almost looking like chicken and veggie pie filling. A little bit more runny than you'd want for a pie, but that's kind of the consistency. And I just seasoned it all up, added my veggies and my chicken back in. I'm just going to start warming this back up because the veggies were frozen. So I'm going to let this sit here, make sure it's all warmed up, make sure my chicken is totally cooked. Then I'm going to add my pasta with some of the pasta water just to try and loosen it up a little bit, because remember, once you add the pasta, it's just going to suck all up that moisture. So yeah, so I'm just going to let this sit here and get nice and warm. Then we're going to add the pasta, and we should be about done. Just need to check the seasonings. I think that's about done. Another $5 pasta. How awesome is that for those that are on a budget? A really tight budget. I think $5 for a dinner for I think this would probably do more than 4 people. Like the one the first pasta dinner we had, I think we had about 2 extra servings, so that's about 6 servings in one dinner. So really good portion. Okay, I'm going to let this sit here for a while and get nice and warm and wait until it starts bubbling again. Then I'm going to add my pasta and a little bit of the pasta water. Okay guys, here we go. Here is the finished product. So I have added all my pasta, my veggies, my chicken. You saw me make the sauce. I'm just going to let this sit here and let the chicken and flavors go into the pasta, and then we're going to serve up. So it is actually a little bit early, so it's only 5 o'clock. So I'm going to let this sit here and let everything soak up. I've still got a little bit of pasta water there that I'll just keep in case I need to just give it a little bit more moisture. But there is my $5 chicken and veggie pasta. Okay guys, so thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed those 2 pastas under $5. So that's $5 Australian. Over in America, you may get more than what I do over here in Australia or in other countries, for wherever you're from. But yeah, I think I did pretty well. I was actually surprised at what I could do with $5 for a family meal. Like, I know pasta is a pretty inexpensive carb that kind of bulks up your dishes, but I was able to get some veggies in there. I got my protein and I got my pasta, and it was delicious. My boys enjoyed it. So the first one, the chorizo pasta, my youngest loved it. He gobbled it up even though it had veggies in it. Yes, he ate it. So cross fingers for this one as well. I think it should be right. It's almost like like I was saying, like a chicken pie, like a chicken and veggie pie filling. So yeah, I'm hoping that it's going to be really delicious. And I guess, like, if you have more in your budget, you could add cheese, you could serve it with garlic bread, all those additional stuff on the side. But yeah, this is a really frugal way to save some money. So maybe one day a week you try and do something where you only spend $5 on a dinner. But yeah, I just really enjoyed doing that, just to kind of see how far I could go. I did have a fail, so making a roux with olive oil did not work for me. I made Play-Doh, but that was not a roux. So that's why I went back to the butter. I didn't include that in the total price because it still would have been under $5. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. Leave your comments down below if you have any ideas for what meals you could make under $5. And yeah, Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the comments. Bye.